Okay, the first step to installing Joomla is going to joomla.org and downloading the latest version. On the right hand side, you'll see the button to download Joomla. Click that, and when the page loads, you'll see which versions are available. I'm going to choose the English language version, and 1.5.2 is the most up-to-date version. Okay, it's going to want you to save the file. You need to save this file somewhere on your computer hard drive, because you're going to need to load it to your server. Okay, at that point now you need to log into your hosting provider and choose File Manager, and then go to the public HTML folder or to the subfolder of the directory where the Joomla installation is going to be. In this case, our folder is called Demo X, and you'll see where we uploaded the Joomla file. In this case, I used version 1.5.15 because it's a stable tested version that I know of. So you just need to choose that file and extract the contents. We're going to choose OK. It's downloading all the files. Choose Close. Now you need to open a new browser page and go to the website of your Joomla installation. In this case, it's going to be demox.jwprohosting.com. Okay, and you're going to see the Joomla installation page for choosing the language. We're going to choose English US language, and then in the upper right hand corner we're going to choose Next. The pre-installation check, just make sure that you have PHP in the correct version, XML support, MySQL is the database, MB language, MB string, overload all, configuration.php writable. This is important because it could be a permissions issue in your file manager, in the folder where you have Joomla installed. If this is not writable, excuse me, I had a phone call there. The bottom options. These are settings in php.ini file. You need to have a little PHP background to understand what these are. If you don't, check the Joomla help for that. Alright, if everything checks out here, we hit Next. An important note is if you do change any of these items on this list, and you want to see if they're updated, you can hit Check again. Alright, the next page brings up the new general public license agreement. This pretty much states that this is freeware and it can be used, changed, distributed, and anything you pretty much want to do with it, and it's free. And we're going to hit Next again. Okay, for the database configuration, you're going to have to go back to your control panel for your web hosting provider and choose the database settings. Okay, you're going to have to create a database. I'm going to call this one Demo X. Choose Create Database. Okay, it says it's created, so we'll go back. Now we have to create a user, so we're going to go to the MySQL users, add new user area, and we're going to put Demo X. And I'm going to put password for that. Okay, and then we're going to add the user. We have to create the user first. And go back. And then we need to add the user to the database. So we're going to add user demo X to database demo X. And then choose enter. Okay, it's going to ask you what kind of privileges you want to give to that user. Choose all privileges. And then make changes. And now we can go back. Okay, now back to the Joomla installation. We can enter the host name, which is localhost, the username, which would be JW Pro host underscore demo X, and the password, in this case it was demox123, and the database name, which was JW Pro host underscore demox. And then down here we have some advanced settings. If we have tables from a previous installation, we could delete the existing tables, or we can back up the old tables. In this case, I'm going to do neither of them. I'm going to choose next. On this screen, Ftp configuration, I usually just set the basic settings to no. I haven't had good experiences with this, so I've tried to set it to yes, and it just seems to make no files work, so I always set that to no. Alright, now we're at the main configuration, and this is where we have to enter our site name. So we're going to call the site, this is actually the name of the website, it's not the actual URL. You can put anything here. We're going to call this demo X document site, and you can put your email and any password. We're going to call this one demo X123 and demo X123. Okay, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see another button to install sample data. You only install sample data if you want to learn Joomla and you want to see exactly, where things go, articles, and all that other stuff. To uninstall the sample data, it's sometimes easier to wipe the whole installation and reinstall. So in this case, actually, I'm going to install sample data just so it can be shown how it's done. All right, so now the data was already automatically stored in the database. For all intents and purposes, our installation is complete. Choose next. Next. Okay, and it says here, please remember to completely remove the installation directory. You will not be able to proceed beyond this point until the installation directory has been removed. This is a security feature of Joomla. So we just have to click back to our file manager on the hosting server and choose installation. First, make sure that you're in the correct folder. Choose installation and then delete files. Now go back over to our Joomla installation page and You'll see two buttons right here called Site and Admin. This is a link to the site page. This is a link to the administration page. This will be the front end, and the admin is the back end. Let's choose Site first, and voila, you have a basic Joomla installation. And pretty much this is what you should be seeing. You have your main menus over to the left, the login form. These are news content, articles, tolls, who's online, advertisements, and this is all because of the sample data you set up. If you don't set the sample data up, you see it just a blank screen actually. Without the sample data, you only end up with this header and main menu with one menu option, home. Okay, well this concludes the installation of Joomla. Next video is going to be for basic administration of Joomla.